Alright there, YouTubers and fellow airsofters. I got something new in today I'd like to show you. Today I got the GHK PDW. I actually picked this up secondhand. This isn't a brand new rifle, but whoever had it took care of it. But the only problem is they tried filling in the engravings with paint and it came out real poor, and I'm going to have to get that out of there. Basically what you would use is acetone, which is right here. You could probably pick it up at anywhere at Home Depot or whatnot. And it actually takes the dried up paint out of there, and it doesn't damage the anodized body that GHK actually makes. Now, before you use acetone, make sure that your body is anodized. Any painted bodies, it'll probably ruin it. So basically, yeah, I picked this up. This is the 2012 version, I believe. The 2013 has laser engravings on it and an adjustable hop-up. The 2012 and before that, I believe, don't have the adjustable hop-up, which I feel is a big downfall for GHK. I am a big fan of adjustable hop-ups. I'd rather have the adjustability than not. So basically you can't adjust anything with your hop-up on here at all. They do make a kit for it. It is on the way. Actually got a bunch of stuff on the way for it, but with all that said, let's get into the gun. Let's start with the magazine here first. The magazine is a 40-round green gas magazine. Here you see it has plastic feed lips, which is a nice feature. I really don't care for the metals because they do chip your BBs. On the back here is your release valve, and then right below your release valve is your fill valve that sits on your back strap here at the top. Now I like that a lot better than the fill valve on the bottom, for if you do drop your mag, you don't risk damaging your fill valve on the bottom. I know that the WEs do have a plate at the bottom like this that does protect them, but for magazines such as the KSC magazines or the KWA magazines, it's flush with the bottom and you could damage your fill valve. So on the back strap here is real nice. The finish of the magazine, I feel they could have did a better job with that. It's kind of like sandpaperish spray paint feel to it. The finish is poor if you ask me. You can already see some of the paint here coming off just from putting it in the mag well. So I can imagine after putting them in your vest and rubbing them together after a while, they're going to be all silver. So that finish, yeah, poorly done. So basically moving on from that, we're going to take a look at the gun. Now this is the KSC replicated PDW that GHK came out with. Basically when you buy these, they usually come in a 10-inch barrel as you see here. They do make 8-inch barrel kits for them. I do have one on the way. To see the performance difference. Now the 8-inch barrel comes right about here, so we're going to see about that too. And basically let's start looking it over. What we have is a mag release here. Now the gun is fully ambidextrous, so there's a mag release on the ejection port side of the rifle and also on the left side of the rifle here. Now it also has an ambidextrous selector switch on the ejection side and on the left side. Now the only thing that's not ambidextrous on the rifle is the bolt release, which is here. Now the bolt release is on the left side of the gun, but it is also steel, as you can see. Take it out. Starting with the front now, it does have a KSC replicated flash hider. Working your way back, it has a dimpled barrel, aluminum. The barrel is not steel. RA Tech used to make a steel barrel for it. I'm not 100% sure if they still do. I'm going to have to take a look into it, but working our way back further from there, we have a Knights Armament replicated flip-up sight. This is my aim point. This didn't come with the rifle. I actually put this on here for looks. But behind our aim point here, we have the Knights Armament flip-up sight in the rear. That does come with the gun. Now on these PDWs you have these 3 screws here. My suggestion to you is that when you get this gun, take those screws out and put some Loctite on them, because those screws actually hold in your rails. They go inside your monolithic upper here, and that's what your bolt actually guides on. So I suggest to put some Loctite on these, because if you do lose these screws, you're going to have to go find new ones, and your bolt won't have the guides to slide on. So underneath the trigger here, we have the Knights Armament style trigger guard and the actually kind of small pistol grip. I mean, it goes nice with the gun, They actually have a smooth grip on here. I know the WE one had a dimple grip. I actually like this grip here better. The WE's grip I actually really don't care for. But basically moving back, you have 3 QD mounts, one on the left side, one right behind the folding stock, and one on the back of the stock here, as you can see. Alright, now the stock does fold down and does lock into the nipple here on the side of the magwell, and you do not have to hit any buttons to take the stock back out. Basically just pull, lock it back in, like so. The stock actually has very little movement left to right, but up and down it's got some movement. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to either put a washer or tighten down that screw here to make that a little bit better, like so. But now with that said, let's pop her open and take a look on the inside. Alright, so basically what we're doing now is separating the 2 halves, and we're going to give the internals a look here. Basically we're going to look at the lower first. The trigger set for the GHK looks as so. It's more of a realistic looking trigger set than what the WE PDW has in it. Now the trigger set here is not steel. It's, if I'm guessing, it's either pot metal or zinc, whatever they call it. The bolt catch, like I said, is steel. Right here's your bolt catch. More of a Western arm style bolt catch. But basically that's the trigger set inside the GHK PDW. Now moving on to the upper here. You pull your charging handle back. Now be careful because your recoil rod and spring will want to shoot out. This here is the recoil rod and spring of the PDW. Pull the charging handle back and it will bring the bolt out with it. This here's the charging handle and here's your bolt. The bolt itself, once again, is not steel, some kind of pot metal or zinc. I do have the steel RA Tech one on the way, which we will try out. The nozzle is plastic. As you can hear, it has good pressure in it. Now on the guides, on the side of the guides here, you have a guide for your nozzle which sits inside there. You want to make sure you really don't lose that. They do have a tendency to fall out sometimes when you take the bolt out, so keep an eye on those little plastic pieces. They do keep your guide, your nozzle straight inside the rifle. So basically you see in there the valve. It is not an adjustable nozzle. I do have a high pressure nozzle on the way, so we could try that out as well. And what we're going to do now is put this baby back together and take it over to the chrono and do our final thoughts. Alright, so as you saw, it was shooting about 310 with 0.25 gram BBs. They weren't too low, so also keep that in mind. Keep in mind too that I am in my basement here, so it's not exactly warm, so a little chilly. But the performance of the gun is probably right about where it should be. No discrepancies there whatsoever. So for final thoughts, I would actually say I really like this gun. The full auto was nice and crisp on it. The semi is also nice. The sound that it makes when you shoot it, I love the metallic sound, as you can hear. Let me see if I can hold down the I love that sound so much better. That metallic sound with the gas rods going back and forth, it sounds just mean as hell, and I actually love the sound of it. The only thing I do not like about this gun is the non-adjustable hop-up. Like I said in the beginning, they do sell a kit where you can make the hop-up adjustable, and that's on its way. So, because that non-adjustability, I do not like that whatsoever. I actually want to put a reefs hop up in it with a Architect inner barrel, and I need that hop up adjustment in order to put the reefs in because of the hardness of the bucking. Overall, the gun itself is great for CQB, which everybody knows is what I play mainly. I can't actually wait to get it out there and run it. The other thing I would have to say I don't like about the gun is the trigger pull. I actually like the trigger pull of the WE a little bit more. This one here is kind of long and offsetting, so I really don't care for the trigger pull. But hey, I can get around that with the sound that it makes. Basically, keep a lookout for more videos upcoming. I would highly recommend this GHK PDW. Maybe I'll get me some of those new GHK mags that they came out with. Excuse me, I heard they're a lot better. So basically, like I said, keep an eye out, and we'll do some upgrades on this and some further videos and tests on some parts for it. So until next time, as always, stay true, and I'll see you later.